Hello and welcome to ITC TechShare. I'm Tom Grissom. Today I would like to share with you one of the special projects we've been working on here at the Instructional Technology Center at Eastern Illinois University. But first, I would like to ask you, what do you get whenever you mix a teacher together with a gamer and an IT professional, along with an instructional designer and a video producer? You get what we're calling NoteStreaming. NoteStreaming is a combination of a cloud-based persistent digital notebook along with online resources and videos. So you may have recalled in previous episodes I talked about something called oneboarding. NoteStreaming is the next evolution of onboarding. I believe NoteStreaming version 4.0 deserves a name change because it's kind of changed our philosophy a little bit, and we're using a different set of tools. One of the issues that I've been running into with onboarding is the post-production process of creating videos and all the digital assets can be quite time-consuming. So we've been looking for a way to streamline that process, and I believe we found it with NoteStreaming version 4.0. So if you've been following along on our YouTube channel, you may have seen this sketch note available out there. And you can see, let me just pinch and zoom in here, draw your attention. You can see that I've crossed out the onboarding name, and now we're calling this NoteStreaming version 4.0. So what we're trying to do is provide more of a face-to-face-like environment in an online learning environment, maybe more frequent online videos, as well as kind of incorporating some of these screencasts. And as you can see, I like to talk with my hands, so I'm forward-facing. You're not recording somebody writing on a whiteboard with their back to you. You're just able to go out there and see the hand gestures, the facial expressions, and so forth. So let's just go over a couple of examples here. Here's an example. This is a OneNote page where I was just literally graphing a linear equation. And one of the nice things about OneNote is I can come up here and add some rule lines. So let's just add some grid paper. And if you're a math teacher, you'll certainly appreciate this. So I can come up here. I'm going to grab my draw menu. I'm going to grab, let's just grab my green pen. I'm just going to change the color here so you can see this. So we're going to do green, and let's just do a little bit thicker line. And then I'm going to come up here, and let's just draw a point there, draw a point there, point there, point there. And let's say that I need to draw a line through that. I could try marking this, and that wasn't too bad, but it's not perfectly straight. So let me undo that and show you another tool available in the Windows app. This is a ruler. So I can come up here, line up my ruler, and then draw my straight line through there and tap, and the ruler will go away. So that definitely is a straight line. Just some of these little small tools in a digital environment makes your life so much easier if you're a math teacher. So let me just come up here and go back to my view menu, and let's say that I don't want that grid anymore, so I can just simply say none. Okay, that's one example. Let's go to a science example here real quick. Now I'm going to change over to my draw menu. And let me choose a white pen this time. One of the things that we do, drawing and annotating. So let me just come up here and label this. So there is Earth right there. So you're seeing me right in real time. And let's say I'm doing a unit on plate tectonics. I can pinch and zoom. And let's say that I want to show the students the South American plate here, this landmass. So I can very quickly come out here, draw the outline of South America, and then I can pinch and zoom. Let's zoom back out of that. So the students are seeing me do that, the drawing and annotation in real time, so they're more involved, whether this be in a face-to-face class or just watching an online video. So that's very, very beneficial. Now, so far I've just been disseminating information, just talking, and as one of my professors said, teaching's not telling and learning's not listening. So how do we get some feedback and some communication? Well, with OneNote, there's many, many different ways, but one of the easiest is just to create a Microsoft form, and you can go out there and create a multiple choice quiz. So here's an example that I went out and just did a quick solar system quiz. So what planet is known as a red planet? That would be Mars. And scroll on down here. What planet is this? That would be planet Earth. And then I'm going to submit my answer. And then as I press submit, if I jump over to my browser real quick, you can see that it's being recorded in real time, and right there, the answers for that. I can also have an Excel spreadsheet, open that up as well. So it's very easy to collect the information with Microsoft Forms. So let's just go and talk a little bit about some of the benefits here. Of course, organization, being on the same page is so important. You know, teachers and students just communicating that information, and a shared OneNote notebook makes that so easy. So I'm just going to come through here, and I've got a little checkbox here that I can go down and check this off as like a checklist. Multimedia presentation formats, you saw where I can embed images, text, graphics, audio. I can embed YouTube videos and many other type of embedded objects. Freeform digital inking, where I can go out there, you know, draw freehand, and for symbolic subjects like science, math, art, music. I mean, that's just a given. Now with pen-enabled devices and touchscreens and things, we no longer have to compromise with here's a pen and paper and then here's a laptop. Now then we can combine the two, and whenever you take things into the digital realm, we can do things that are impossible with just plain paper-based resources. One-take recording is very important. That's one of the reasons that we've evolved this into NoteStreaming. The word streaming comes from like live stream, which is kind of like a continuous flow of information, or like a stream of consciousness. You know, a lot of times as teachers, we talk about getting in the flow, or, you know, students being in the learning flow. Access, on demand, 24/7, 365. Of course, you can play, pause, rewind, repeat, repeat, repeat. That's another advantage of this, whether again, blending in a face-to-face and online environment or purely 100% online. And then you saw with Microsoft Forms, follow-up and feedback. Now, this is just the first introductory video on this next evolution that we're calling NoteStreaming version 4.0. But let me jump over here, and I want to show you behind the scenes real quick. Literally, behind me, you see the OneNote Notebook that I used to present this. So everything that I just recorded, going over, you know, highlighting, marking, all the different things, you are seeing in real time. The students get a link to the exact teacher notes. Now, over here on the first column, this is like our digital 3-ring binder. Each one of these tabs, there are sections. And then on the second column are our pages within each one of the sections. Let me jump over to the About section. And you can see right here that we're talking about the two main applications. Both are free, Microsoft OneNote and OBS, Open Broadcaster software. And if I just scroll up here just a little bit, and then once again, I want to draw your attention. If you want to get a copy or view a copy of this, if you go to this URL right here, whoops, let me just erase that. I didn't choose my highlighter. So grab that URL right there. That will take you to a link to get you to this notebook. You'll see I have many sections out there. Some of these talk about what NoteStreaming is. We've got definitions out there. I've got a getting started with OneNote. If you're not familiar with OBS Studio, I have a section about that. And then, of course, I've got a getting started. And right now, this is literally being evolved as we speak. So check back on here, and as I get questions and I add resources, you'll find them out here. But as I said, let's go back to the About section. If you check out this link right here, that will get you to a link of a wealth of resources. And I hope you enjoy this, and I hope that you find some value. And I think that this is a good way to have OneNote notebooks, cloud-based, persistent. Students can actually access them on their mobile phone. As soon as this presentation is over, they have a copy of the notes. And then the one-take OBS software, a TV production studio inside your PC, that's really going to help on the time commitment for some of the post-production that we were running into. So that's just an overview. Until next time, this is Tom Grissom. Keep on learning.